Hey YouTube, my name is Abby. I'm a top 500 Genji player who wishes to teach new and experienced players on how to be able to play the hero Genji and further teach on how to adjust, specialize in different playstyles, and so much more. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to use Dragonblade effectively in both Overwatch 1 or Overwatch 2. It doesn't matter because the principles remain the same. There's going to be some very important things to keep in mind that will inform you as we go in. We're also going to learn the different Dragonblade combos that are relatively simple and pretty straightforward, but keeping the momentum going, having the muscle memory as always, and knowing how to go from target to target is extremely important. So first of all, well, what is Dragonblade? Dragonblade is Genji's ultimate. It is the sword that he pulls out that gets infused with the dragon that he summons. And at the moment, it does 110 damage, I believe. It was nerfed on Overwatch 1, and the nerf did carry over to Overwatch 2, but the compensation for that was that the shurikens got buffed up to 29 damage from 28. Now, Blade can still get easily out-healed, but you try to make the most of it with its combos. So what is the combos when you use Dragonblade? So as you know, for any 200 HP target, Dragonblade takes 2 swings to kill a target. But to maximize the amount of damage, we want to connect 1 slash, 1 dash, and then another slash if we are using a non-damage boosted, non-nano boosted Dragonblade. So a regular blade, if you're fighting a target, looks something like this. So you see it confers kill. Then a Dragonblade combo with slash, dash, and slash looks something like this. Now, it may not look like it makes that much of a difference, but trust me, with all the different AoE healing in the game and different breakpoints with HP bars, armors, and shields, noting down this slash and dash combo is extremely important to maximize your damage, because the dash does about 50 alongside the slash, so that's 110 plus 50, that gives you 160 damage. It's a really good way to maximize it. Now imagine that being damage boosted by Mercy or nano boosted by Ana, or maybe even going on a target that's discorded. That's a lot of damage that Genji is doing with Dragonblade. So the first thing that you want to practice is the different slash and dash combos with Genji. So how do I practice my slash and dash combos or just warm myself up for Dragonblade? Well, it's important to use this little spot here to practice the different slash and dash combos with Genji. It's got moving targets, and you get to just get into the hang of things with your dash resets and going from one target to the next. So you should be doing something like this. So that wasn't the best example, but it does get your hands warm. It does get your muscle memory going, and eventually, you get the hang of things and you'll understand how to do this in practical application as well inside an actual match. Now, I'm going to be taking us back into Overwatch 1 in order to showcase this next practice range 2.0. The code is rather simple. How do you import this? Well, it's very easy. You go to settings, you go to import code, and you want to put in the code AJERA. It's very easy to remember, AJERA. So once you get this in, this is the practice range 2.0, and this is also a great way to practice Genji's blade, because you get to practice the feeling of nano blade and damage boost without needing to go into an actual game. So I'll show you how that works in case if you are new to Overwatch and you just joined with the free trial that came with the Overwatch 2 beta. So I'll show you in just a second. I'm going to ignore everything else that's going on here. It's a really good practice range. So we're going to actually come down here, and as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 ways to mess around with supports. So just let me turn off the music. It's a bit distracting. And this is Mercy. So you have to interact with these orbs by pressing F on them, and when you're up close to them. So this yellow one and this blue and this like darker blue or purplish one is extremely important, because this is Mercy's damage boost and this is Ana's nano boost. So this is the one that you want to practice as well. Like, when you do have that Mercy damage boost and when you do have that nano from the Ana, like how you move around is extremely important. So let's say if we got nano boosted. Okay, so Ana's over here, and she's gonna nano us, and then we're gonna practice the nano blade over here. So that is also a great way to start getting your practice going. Now, this is a really good way, because when you get nano boosted, it only takes 1 slash and 1 dash to confirm the kill, or 1 dash and 1 slash to confirm the kill. So this is a great way to start practicing that. Alternatively, Mercy's damage boost basically gives you the same thing as well. So just give me a moment to build up Dragonblade. It's also a great way to practice what your shuriken combos feel like when a Mercy is on your team. And trust me, Mercy damage boosting Genji, in my opinion, is so heavily underrated because it's a bit harder to do for the Mercy player to keep up with Genji, but if the Mercy player is actually really, really good, then you're going to get a lot of benefit out of it. So here we go again. Now, I do believe you can do a slash and dash combo, like for a one-shot kill with slash and dash, or dash and slash, but the problem is that in this scenario, it is easier for the enemy team to out-heal it, and it is also easier for Genji to actually get killed in the process because he doesn't have the 50% damage reduction that Nano Boost gives him. So let's try a blade with damage boost. So as you can see, the damage boost from Mercy does allow us to confirm kills easily. So remember, my fellow Genji mates out there, you don't always need an Ana on your team. A Mercy can help you get the job done. In fact, you can actually get a lot more value with the Mercy on your team because you can enable your neutral to be really powerful. There you go, I just showed you. He actually helps you do over 200 damage, just like that. So, you know, do get into the hang of things. If you do have a friend who plays Mercy here and there, try to start practicing and coordinating your blades and your neutrals with them, because it is going to make a very, very big difference once you're actually in the game and playing Genji. So we are going to eventually have an advanced Dragonblade guide, but I figured I'll show you a sneak peek of what an advanced Dragonblade guide looks like, analyzing one of my plays. But before we get into that, there is one important tip to know about getting effective Dragonblades that a lot of Genji players, for some reason, don't know. A lot of Genji players think that, oh, if I just dash up, dash in, go in, pull my blade out, I'm supposed to get a 3k, 4k, 5k, 6k, you know, I'm just supposed to pop out, right? Well, that's not how it works. What's extremely important in Overwatch, especially going into Overwatch 2, is your scouting skills as Genji need to be very, very good. Now, what do I mean by scouting? Well, scouting basically means that you need to have a good judge of the enemy's positioning and the abilities that they've used. For example, a way that they can counter you is if they have Transcendence. And well, you need to keep this in mind, because if you go in with Dragonblade, you know, it might just get countered with Transcendence, so you can tell your Mercy or Honor player to help you out, or maybe your dive tank or anybody on your team that, hey, let's focus down the enemy Zenyatta so I can get a big blade, because otherwise, what's the point of using Nano Blade when it gets countered by, you know, one ultimate like a Sound Barrier or Transcendence, you know? Sure, there are cases where you can break through Transcendence and Sound Barrier, but honestly, it's not worth it, and it's a good idea to team up with somebody on your team to get the job done. So let me show you a clip of me popping off with Genji in Overwatch 2 and how I use my scouting skills in said clip. So in the clip that we are watching right now, I am positioned in such a way that I can see the enemy team, and there's a point where, you know, you will have a good judge of like what the enemy has and what they don't have. And when you go and when you get really, really good with the combos with Dragonblade, slashing and dashing and all that good stuff, you will be able to even cancel ultimates such as Sound Barrier. I believe in this clip I did manage to cancel Sound Barrier. So as you can see, you know, I judge from up here that, you know, what's going on, like what's happening below me, are the enemies grouped up, and then, you know, my Ana calls for like that a nade has landed. Now you don't need, you know, to follow up on something like this. You need to be good at using your own blades and everything by yourself, but when, you know, a situation like this happens, you can pull out Dragonblade and go in and make the best of it. And as you can see in this clip, that's exactly what happens. You know, I just went in, cleaned up, and we won the team fight. Now in this next clip over here as well, as you can see, how I approach this team fight on King's Row is that I like to scout from either all the way in the back or behind the enemy team. But in this scenario, I was with my team, and I could see that they were all grouping up nice and easily. And this is where, you know, you have to be the one to call the Nano Blade from your Ana. It is not on the Ana's terms, it is on your turn. Remember that. You have to be the one that's in a comfortable position, because you are going to be the one that goes in, that counters the different stuns or CC or the ultimates that they're going to throw at you. So you need to be good with that. So over here, as you can see, I called that, you know, it's where, you know, I want to go in, and I get nanoed over here. I fly in and I start cleaning house, and we get a nice 5k team kill in Overwatch 2. So I hope this was a So I hope this video was helpful in helping you understand Dragonblade. We are going to have a lot more advanced tips for Dragonblade. There's actually it has quite a bit of depth to it, and I don't think I'd be able to cover that in a basics video, because the aim of this series that I'm doing is just covering the basics and just giving it to you guys short, simple, and straightforward, so you can get into the practice range, get into these workshop codes that I'm providing, and start practicing, and maybe learn it by yourself. But if you need help, keep an eye out for more of my videos that are going to be coming out soon. We have advanced tips, we have the Genji matchup guides, we have all sorts of things coming. We have deflect, everything Genji can deflect, as well as a deflect guide, when to and when not to use deflect, because again, I'm seeing a lot of people not understand, when is it all right to use deflect, when is it not. So we're going to be going into all of that in future videos. So I do hope you stick around, and thank you so much for the love and support in the previous video. Just a couple of hundred views and 10 likes, it means a lot to me since it's a new channel. So I hope you guys can continue supporting the channel that way. Let's try to get this video to over 100 views and 10 plus likes. If you know somebody that wants to learn Genji, if you know somebody that wants to get good at Genji, or is good at Genji and needs maybe a good refresher, this is a great way to suggest it to them. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. As always, liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment is free ways to support the channel. And for some of you that did ask in the previous video if I do WOD reviews, yes, I do. You can send them over to my email. That'll be in the description box. So if you want a WOD review, let me know, and maybe that's a new series that we can start on the channel. Top 500 Genji, WOD reviewing other Genji players. It'll be a fun thing to do. Maybe we can even do it live with the other player in a Discord call. Let me know what you guys think about these ideas, and if you have more ideas to suggest for this channel, feel free to do so. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.